It's not Patrick. We usually watch Patrick's videos. This is not Patrick. This is someone else.
100 years ago.
And this came out a month ago, so we're gonna react to this weird video here for a little bit before I go to the diner for breakfast.
100 years ago, people believed that they could jiggle their fat away using this device.
Oh, it's a Sears.
Yet over 100 years later, people are somehow still believing that same exact thing. Now, there's been some dumb fitness fads throughout history, but I want to find the dumbest decade. So we're going to be starting off all the way in the 1920s. In a time where World War I had just ended and smoking was actually marketed as being
Lucky
healthy,
Strike
it's
cigarettes.
hard to imagine there being much
Still getting
interest in
made.
fitness, and that's actually true. There were no commercial gyms around, no protein shakes, and certainly no Ozempic. But what they did have were things like this. Now, this is a vibrating belt that they believed could jiggle their fat away. We had a lot of geniuses back in the day. Using these were extremely popular in the 1920s, and that trend lasted until about the 1960s, until scientists finally said, hey, it's doing nothing for you. Some grand reveal that they had that this actually didn't make you lose fat. Let's give it a go and feel how stupid it is.
It's because it's Sears.
This thing is ridiculously rusty. There's rust on the plug into it, so there's a good chance that it could either blow up or give me polio. But that's okay. That's what I'm here for. I think I just kind of tuck myself in.
Hey, dude,
I'm a little nervous.
I use a power strip, not your wall outlet.
This thing is gonna just blow up. I'm definitely jiggling. Kind of feels good. That's like a nice massage. Oh. Why is it speeding up? No, that feels really good. That feels really nice on my lower back. I actually feel myself getting thinner. What the? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Wow. 1920s people. You guys are all dead now, but you guys were also onto something. That was quite nice. Was it doing anything for fat loss? Scientifically, no, it wasn't. If I found out my wife fell for that back in the day, I would have signed myself up for the war and gotten the fuck out of there. I do have to be a little bit fair, though, because the information back then was extremely limited, so they had an excuse to fall for things like this. Somehow, though, we've come full circle and are still falling for this in the 2020s, which we'll be testing later on. For each decade, it'll receive a rating from 1 to 10. The lower the score, the dumber the decade. And for the 1920s, it's going to get a 2. I genuinely think it's going to get a lot worse. However, when it comes to the 1930s and 1940s,
Hello.
it gets a little bit messy because we went from the Great Depression right into World War II. So people weren't really focused on getting fit and rather just surviving. Technically, these guys were on permanent cuts because they had food rations, so let's give them a little bit of a break. We'll fast forward to when the war's over in the 1950s. By now, over half of American households had TVs inside of them, which meant fitness was about to be bigger than ever. We technically saw our first ever influencer, Jack LaLanne, who had his own fitness show. However, that wasn't all the 50s had to offer. Now, what they had to offer is in these boxes. Now, I don't know what this person was doing off eBay or why they taped it like this. So you'll have to give me a minute. They got this shit locked down like Fort Knox. Hey, yo, 3-way combination. Okay. I got a little excited for a second. Inside this box is a spring resistance. After World War II, there was a huge push for strength and masculinity, which these fell perfectly into that category because you can technically get a full workout with these. Now, I am going to try my best with these. These are very old and very rusty and probably work as good as Queen Elizabeth's body, but she's dead, actually.
Easy, man. You're weird.
Peace, Queen Elizabeth. Hopefully I don't get any British people that are mad at me. I'm sorry. Am I canceled in the UK now? A little rear delt action. Oh, yeah. Ugh.
You're nuts, man.
But actually feels good. A little bicep action.
Oh, no. He's doing Richard Simmons stuff.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't do Richard Simmons, you're going to get... Oh!
Shit. Ah.
That had to hurt. The spring book in the arm.
Jesus. Huh. That was the worst bicep pump of my life. That's what that was Queen Elizabeth getting her revenge. I'm fully convinced. I don't like that product. And now my wrist hurts and is bleeding.
Ooh.
Which sucks because I gotta need my wrist for this next product. I'm kidding. It's the 50s. Be a man, suck it up. Moving on from that saw contraption, we actually have a product that you're probably going to recognize because they're extremely popular today. This is a hand gripper.
Oh, I have those.
Oh, they really didn't care much for these designs here, huh? They just like went the most basic shit possible.
Those hurt. They're cracking a walnut.
Very hard. This is very hard to do. What is the resistance on this? This is like impossible. I mean, yeah, I can get a few reps, but it's not doing much for me. It's very slippery too. It's very hard to grip, and it's a hand gripper. The hand gripper is hard to grip. Could you believe that? I mean, it's what you'd expect. It's a 50s version of a hand gripper. I mean, shit, nowadays you can find better versions on Temu. What's interesting about this, though, is on the side of the box, the price was $2. That sounds like a steal, but nowadays that would come out to about $24, which is pretty expensive for a hand gripper. But if you weren't using these tools to get jacked or watching Jack LaLanne, you were probably jacking something else. Toys from kids. Because you know what the big fitness fad of the 50s was? Hula hoops. Originally invented as a kid's toy, but then marketed towards adults as a weight loss product. Now, I'm just giving you guys a little warning. What you're about to see is not pretty, but I will try and hula hoop.
Your television, man! It broke.
These products are out to get me today, aren't they? Call me Shakira Jr.
Ugh!
You know, not for nothing, that actually is a really good workout. Like, you do feel it in your core a ton. Honestly, I don't...
Watch out for TV, man.
It's a fun way to be active. Engages your core, some good cardio. Fuck them kids. I'm getting my workout on. At least back in the day, these products got people interested in fitness and moving around, even if it was just hula hooping. It might not look like it, but it really set the foundation for the future, which is why the 50s gets a 4 out of 10. I know it seems greedy that they advertised this hula hoop as a way to lose weight, and it really was, but sadly that's going to happen again as we enter the 60s. For some reason, the 60s got a little bit strange. It was the hippie era, so people were doing more drugs than ever, which is probably why they fell for some of these products. But TV was also bigger than ever, which meant there was more celebrity endorsements, just like this isometric exerciser. Hall of Fame baseball player Mickey Mantle endorsed this product, claiming all you need is a minute a day. Invest 1 minute a day and have the muscles and physique of an athlete, without strain, without sweat, without exhaustive exercises. Really, Mickey? I'm starting to believe the mouse might be a little bit smarter, because that is a crazy statement. Could you imagine LeBron James saying that today? Yeah, use this product that I'm making money from without any work, and you're gonna look like me. Although, these products were very popular back in the 60s, believe it or not, so maybe they're good. Alright, let's see what we are...
In a little bit, yeah, I'm just doing this for now.
The box too much.
I'm doing a reaction video.
This looks like something you'd find in a dentist's office. This is...
A jump rope?
A little dangerous looking. This shit is a whole instructions manual.
What the hell is that?
Isometric row.
Looks like a jump rope. Looks like a pogo stick without the pogo. What the hell? Looks like a pogo stick without the pogo.
Ooh, I'm feeling it a little bit. Not gonna lie. The isometric shoulder shrug. Okay, I can see it.
Okay, it's different.
Isometric chest and back contractions.
Hey, don't see the...
Ew! Ew, what the bro? Yo, this shit smells. What the fuck? It gets a pass because this thing is like over 60 years old. I would smell too if I was that age. Well, it's very fitting for the 60s. It is good for maybe a beginner or someone who's trying to work out from home with no experience, because it'll kind of teach you the movements that you
What
need.
the hell?
There weren't any gyms around back then, so they couldn't just go to local Planet Fitness and read the machine teaching them how to do the movement. Granted, I think it is doing nothing. I think that you could just literally bend over and do a row like this, and it is the literal same exact thing, but I have to be a little understanding. It was the 60s. For some reason, though, this decade did have an obsession with fast exercise, which we'll see continue with our next product, the Bullworker. Fitness is the name of the game, and Bullworker gets good results fast. Now, if you're wondering how to use this, I have literally zero clue. I've been looking at this for a few minutes, and I cannot figure it out. Okay, so this product is supposed to be used by just compressing it, and it's going to give you a workout.
Nope.
That did not sound too promising.
I worry about your TV, dude.
I'm actually getting a good chest pump from that. I'm getting bulwarked. Maybe a little bicep action. Not really much there. Oh, I just had a giant pop in my shoulders. It's not bad, it's just very simple, but that's also how fitness was back then. However, what I always say is that if you're not having fun, you're not going to be able to stick to your exercise. However, I think this next product might have went a little bit too far. One of the most popular products during the 60s was the trim twist. At the time, there was a song called Twist the Night Away, and the dance involved quite a bit of movement, so people realized they could get a pretty good workout in just from doing that. All I'm thinking is, that shit would have done numbers on TikTok. However, companies saw people having fun and did what they do best. Made money off them. They released this product, which is essentially going to give you the same dance workout, all from this board. Now, whether it was a greedy product or not is not really my concern, because it allowed people to burn calories while standing in place, which is pretty cool. Now, how badly does this burn? Probably about as good as an unplugged toaster, but let's see. I can already say these people must have had very small feet, because it's a very small box. No diddy. Alright, so you're just supposed to twist.
I can see that.
Okay, I'm turning around. Bro, this is, what the fuck is going on?
I might take a record.
Rotisserie chicken. You know, I actually feel it in my core and my obliques. This is not bad. I just wish I could stop spinning in circles. That would be fantastic.
It's like a record player.
Not a bad.
It's like he's on top of a record.
People used this back in the day, and got some good exercise from it. It also requires a lot of balance, so there's a lot going on in this, surprisingly. I hate to say it, but it actually kind of worked, and I'm really impressed with the 60s. It was simple, but it was effective, so I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Extremely underrated, but I do need to save some energy now, because we're moving on to one of the most important decades in the history of fitness, the 1970s. Man, bad decade to be somebody who skips legs, am I right? During this time, the world was experiencing a shift. Disco became popular, tons of huge franchises like Star Wars began, and of course, the birth of the modern gym bro. Something called Ozempic was created, everybody started exercising, and words like brain rot and MOG were added to the Webster's Dictionary. I'm totally kidding, obviously, and I'm mad at myself for even saying those words. I should be publicly executed on my Instagram live stream. Although, fitness did see a huge boom during these years, and one of the most interesting was a product by the creator of the world's biggest bodybuilding competition, Joe Weider. He was a bodybuilder back in the day who was responsible for starting the Mr. Olympia. However, in 1973, he released his own product that became a hit.
Betamax? On Betamax?
So this is crazy. This is straight from the 70s. 5 inches off with Joe Weider's 5-minute body shaper plan. I mean, similar to the past decades, these things were like the crypto scams of back in the day. I mean, they roped you in with these ways quick. For example, look at this ad here.
In only 7 days, I lost 5
Do you
inches
have
off my
to
waist
wait?
and 7 pounds of weight.
Honey, that transformation is not 7 pounds. And could you suck in any harder? Breathe a little bit. It's good for you.
I was watching some.
I don't want to just be a hater because
I was watching. I might be doing it tonight, maybe.
I'm sure he wouldn't release a bullshit product.
So we don't know yet. We'll find out when I get home from work what I'm doing.
I can't take these shorts. I look like I'm not allowed within 20 feet of a playground. This is not good. I don't know how they wore this back in the day. How did they work out in it? That's my question. You're welcome. Now let's give it a go. I'm doing it for you guys. All right, let's see.
You change your shorts to normal shorts. Okay, that's good. A thingamabob and
He's clean, boss.
I might.
Hey, Tifa. Can you explain this clean ingredient stuff? It works without the aluminum. How much of it can you get?
I don't know. I'm gonna film myself doing it, so it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna film myself doing it. I might do it today, might not do it today. I'm not sure. I'm still thinking still.
Hotels.com is where you go to choose from hundreds of thousands of hotels and earn rewards on every stay. It's exactly what it sounds like.
A jump rope.
What the fuck is this? Are they sending me a message here? I mean, this is literally just a rope. What is this?
It looks like a nightmare.
Is there even any things for this online? What the fuck are you doing?
That does not look appropriate.
That is not fitness. I don't know what that. I don't know what kind of freaky shit that is. But that is not fitness. I genuinely have zero clue how to use this, and I cannot find a single thing online. I am not kidding.
I wouldn't risk doing it.
What kind of 50 Shades of motherfucking gray is this shit? I don't... It looks like it attaches to something. I tied it to my chair.
I would not mess with that hunk of junk. That looks like crap.
The fuck is this? What the fuck is this shit, man?
That looks horrible. Put it back in the box and trash it.
Yeah, this product is a lost cause, which I feel like that kind of makes your fitness product bad. I mean, if you can't just pick it up and figure out how to use it, what's the purpose? Which it is interesting to see the...
My pocket's going off. Yeah, I'm doing that. Yeah, so we're almost done, guys. We're almost done for the day. Then I'll get going to work. Gotta get a little bit of breakfast.
quality of products that used to exist back in the day. I mean,
That looks
this
wrong.
thing here, you can see on the side, this was $7.95.
$60 today.
Listen, I gotta be a little bit fair here. At least people were trying to be healthy and trying to be fit by purchasing things like this. Because on the other end of the spectrum, there were shitheads wasting their money on products like this.
She's losing weight without diet pills. He's losing weight without strenuous exercises. And how do they do it? With a melt-off sauna suit that sweats away those excess
The
pounds.
sauna suit?
If I was a high-calorie human in the 1970s with the combined testosterone of a Sweet 16 party and brain the size of a peanut, I would have clicked purchase on this so fast
I don't know
with
yet.
my fat little fingers because it was tempting.
A
And
sauna
this
suit? You still have one?
is a vintage 1970s sauna suit.
I suppose you can fit in it.
Going backwards. Hopefully this was not used. I got it off eBay. If it is used, I am probably going to projectile vomit across my entire living room while simultaneously getting herpes because it smells like cigarettes. I don't know why.
People smoked until the 80s.
The 70s. I know I look ridiculously stupid right now, but as we know, sauna suits do work, and it's part of the reason as to why they're still around today. Which something else you might recognize is Slim Fast. You'll typically see
Oh.
these in the prepackaged bottles around the grocery stores, and it came out in 1977.
Oh.
Now this here, well, it's straight from 1977. Ultra Slim Fast, the natural, healthy way to lose weight fast. Is there an expiration date on this thing? I guess I have to, like, put this in a cup, right?
So fast is really that old? Wow.
Oh, fuck. Ah. Shit's like smelling salts. I got tears in my eyes right now.
Really?
Oh, fuck. That smells so bad. Ugh.
Don't drink it then.
This is terrible. This is disgusting. I'm fully convinced this would start the next COVID. I am 100% not drinking this. But my God, I'm like the 70s greatest fitness fad ally. I'm wearing a sauna suit with some OG Slim Fast. Look at the foaming on the top. I mean, it is like, I don't think it's
It's
supposed
40
to do
years old. I wouldn't drink that. Eh.
No, luckily,
Don't drink.
not everybody back then was falling for things like these. I mean, like I said, the 70s was the
Slim Fast came out in
best of modern
77?
in the same year of the Slim
Wow.
Fast, the Pumping Iron documentary released. This was a documentary following the sport of bodybuilding, which
Arnold!
went from a niche thing to a cultural phenomenon. Not only was this huge for bodybuilding, but fitness as a whole, adding to the impact that the 70s had. So because of that, the 70s gets a 9 out of 10. The craziest thing to me, though, is that Arnold and all the guys that were in the Pumping Iron documentary, they did that all without pre-workout. But don't you worry, because the first ever pre-workout releases in the 1980s.
Simmons, right?
Still riding the highs of the 70s, the 80s had no plans of slowing down. Media was booming. with the
MTV.
start of MTV, brands like Nike became fashionable, and fitness was bigger than ever, which is why in 1982, we see the world's first ever pre-workout.
Oh.
Now, I don't know about you.
That's
guys,
illegal.
but I want my pre-workout to have me hearing colors and seeing sounds. And
That was
for the first
illegal.
ever pre-workout, This might actually do that. It contained an ingredient called ephedra that people said gave the pre-workout an illegal feeling, which that kind of made sense because ephedra later on got banned for its health issues. Eventually, though, they did reformulate the product, so you can still get this to this day. Oh yeah. Oh! I just got ephedra. That is a giant scoop. Holy shit.
Damn!
Imagine dry scooping this? You better pre-call 911 and let them know to have an ambulance ready. Now, it's important that this pre-workout actually has 100 calories in it because it has 13 grams of protein and 16 grams of carbs. Now, why that is?
Please tell me that is not from the
I
80s.
guess because it was 1982. What did they know? It also only
Please
has
tell us from today.
100 milligrams of caffeine. I don't know what they were doing. Orange creamsicle kind of vibe. Quite nice, actually. It's not bad. See, ephedra was linked to some serious health issues, and it stayed on the market for years before actually getting banned, which is why it's important to go with a pre-workout brand that you actually trust, which for me, that's Gorilla Mind. And notice how this perfectly matches my outfit right now. That is beautiful. It's meant to be. Although if you weren't actually in the gym working out, I don't really know what you'd need it for, because one of the most popular things to do in the 80s was Jane Fonda. Now, you wouldn't actually do her, although I'm sure a lot of you guys wanted to, but you do her VHS workouts. When it came to this decade, the VHS workouts were essentially like the YouTube of the 80s. I mean, they were extremely popular, and Jane Fonda was on the top of those charts. All you need is a VHS player and
Richard
some
Simmons
VHS
was, too.
tapes, and you can get some insane workouts in, all from your house.
I was thinking Richard Simmons. I want Richard Simmons. Come on, Richard Simmons is better. Come on, Richard Simmons is better.
At what point in this do I start benching? That's what I really want to know. This looks like a Fortnite dance now. Oh, fuck.
What the hell? Dude, Richard Simmons! He's funnier.
What are the comments going to be on this video?
Richard Simmons is what you should have did.
Help me. Oh, God, help me. Jesus, help me. Oh, God.
Next time, do Richard Simmons.
When's it over? Well, it's kind of hard, I'm not gonna lie. I am fully convinced this is like a humiliation ritual. Yeah. So about that, I actually feel pretty good. I am weightless. I feel very flexible right now. Honestly, if you were somebody who wasn't into the gym back then and you wanted to get a workout from home, these were probably great. I mean, it got you moving, it got your blood flowing, and this was only the first one, so there were other versions that were probably more intense. Aerobics as a whole was extremely popular, alongside jazzercise, which was basically jazz music mixed with exercise. Now that one, if I were to do that, I think it would be as humiliating as
Jazzercise sounds fun.
Gym. I mean, there is absolutely no way that I'm.
You got one? You should.
All this to be fit when they could have just bought the Optimizer. Now what is
Oh.
the Optimizer? Oh, buddy.
That thing is a nightmare.
Trying to tighten that tummy, struggling with ordinary sit-ups? Now, work smarter with the Abdominizer, the intelligent
They still have it.
sit-ups.
They still make it.
Abdominizer targets the proper abdominal muscles.
After all these years, they still make that damn thing.
More effective, safer too. You can have a tonier tummy in weeks. Best of all, it's so simple.
Best thing is they'll make it.
It's doctor designed to let you rock your way to a firmer stomach.
First off, does this guy ever take a breath? He sounds like he just mixed cocaine with his ultimate orange and shot it into his neck. Now, we're smarter with brand new Optimizer, the brand new ultra cool way to get super fast abs. I mean, shut up, buddy. You're literally scamming people. Which if I was
It still work. It still make them.
I would literally be a gazillionaire because I would be able to scam so many people. Not that I ever would because I'm a good person, but I would be able to. I'm just saying, I'd be able to scam people. And what I mean by that is look at this thing.
They still make those
This
things.
is quite literally a piece of plastic. People actually bought this. Now I know I could just be very judgmental.
Oh, you have
so
Roku?
let me give it a try, and maybe my mind will be changed.
They still make those damn things.
Alright, so you're just supposed to... What? Okay, well there are multiple ways to use it.
A boat.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. What the fuck is this? I'm not sure what's going on here.
They still make those things. The funny thing is they still make them. After 30 years, they still make those damn things.
Yeah, you could. I swear to God, if you were to go take a garbage can lid and put this under your ass, it might actually be better. This thing is doing close to nothing. Like, it's just a chunk of plastic. Aside from this, though, the 80s were pretty interesting. I mean, the VHS workouts and jazzercise, those are actually good and fun ways to keep active that everybody really did back then. When it comes to
George Simmons are gonna be pissed if you don't
George
George Simmons.
people, if any, doing it nowadays, so it's kind of died out. But VHS workouts are essentially YouTube. I mean, you watch people work out on there. What's different of watching it on a VHS? Granted, I guess VHS, you follow along and do the workout from your living room, but it's still watching somebody work out and being active. For the 80s score, it's going to get a 7 out of 10.
If it is George Simmons, I'm gonna be pissed.
We saw a huge push towards the end of the 80s, which made sense because this thing would continue into the 1990s.
My
When I
era.
think of the 90s, I think of vibrant colors and a boom in technology. However, although the technology was advanced, the fitness fad stayed pretty simple, just like the Thigh Master.
Oh.
The Thigh Master? It's me. I'm the Thigh Master.
They're not Peggy Bundy.
It was a product promoted heavily by Suzanne Summers, who was an actress that could convince the women of America that they needed this. But clearly, her plan worked out, because this thing generated over $300 million. I mean, my God, maybe she's the Thigh Master. This was in a time before social media, too. She didn't have an Instagram where she could just post some scam product, and all of her little bot followers would go and buy it. Now, of course, part of that was Suzanne Summers, but I would argue that commercials like this also played a part.
Great legs.
Thank you.
How do you get them?
Some people were born with great legs. The rest of us have to work at it. I used to do aerobics till I dropped. Then I found Thigh Master. I thought I'd never fit into these things again. Thank you, Thigh Master.
Something about that just feels...
We had a Thigh Master. I remember I did. I used it for something else, not my thighs.
Master. It just sounds kind of cringy. But I got that OG Suzanne Summers 90s Thigh Master. So let's give her a whirl. Also, I know that my outfit right now, I look like a cross between a pimp and Tony Soprano, but nothing. There's nothing else to say, actually. The idea was good. It was the idea. Alright, so, I mean, there's no not sus way to use this, so I'm just letting you guys know. This is, yeah, let's just dive into the thoughts. So,
I'm gonna get off in a little bit.
yo, it's staining my pimp clothes, bro.
You don't know how he's a Thigh Master, man?
I got red on. Looks like I got my period. That's what it looks like. That's crazy. Where is this red even coming from? Bro, this is not comfortable. This
You're
is
doing it backwards, dum dum.
not comfortable at all. I'm using it the wrong way.
You're using.
What is happening here?
You're doing it backwards.
This does not look comfortable. This is not good. And it's literally ruining my clothes. I don't want to zoom into my crotch. Please believe me that I have paint here that looks like period blood now. I perioded on myself. This is crazy. I'm gonna Google Thigh Master workout. Oh, okay. So apparently there's lots of ways to use this. No, that's not it. Alright, hips and outer thighs.
He doesn't know how to use the Thigh Master. He broke it. I think it's 30 years old. You broke it.
Yeah, no, this is fucking awful, and I'm ruining my clothes by the minute. Who sent me this off eBay? What did you do to this? Is it because it's 30 years old? But why am I getting red shit all over my hands? This is horrible. This is a horrible product. I don't like this. Suzanne Summers, you're dead now. So I'm not saying anything to you. Rest in peace. The thing with the Thigh Master, though, is that they've remade this product quite often throughout the years, so it's still culturally relevant. The impact that it had was crazy, which I'd argue is pretty much the same for this next product. The Ab Slide. Which
I had one of those. I have one of those.
You probably would have seen this commercial.
Are you tired of that fat stomach?
I have one still. I still have one of those.
That wasn't a great choice.
But AAA car insurance is a great choice.
I have that. I have that. Shoot me. I want some more money. Hey, I see money.
There's
There's always something new at Gun Lake Casino Resort. Your favorite place.
I did it!
He cheated!
All the credit. The medals to all.
Lee, and I've discovered the fastest, easiest way to have the flat, sexy abs you've always wanted. It's the Ab Slide, and it gives you a better workout than any other product on the market. And in just 3 minutes a day.
In fact, we guarantee you'll get the flat, sexy stomach you've always wanted or your money back.
I just love how she starts off that commercial. Aren't you tired of that fat stomach, you fat fucking pig? Oink, oink, oink. Yeah, you fat tub of lard. Go use our product to get rid of that fat fucking stomach. Ay, 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 ay. Yeah, the quest for easy abs began in the 90s. People were starting to get obsessed with the idea that they wanted to look like a supermodel. They wanted that nice six-pack, but they didn't want to put in any work. I also don't know if I am just thinking wrong here, but they showed a lot of women using this, and it really looks like a vacuum cleaner. I don't know if maybe I'm just misogynistic, but it's the 90s now. Save that for the 50s. I mean, I say that as I'm dressed like a pimp. But let's give it a go. I'm sure it's going to be essentially like a vintage ab roller. That's what I'm getting from it. It's also very rusted. I bought it off eBay yet again. Oh, so it like auto retracts back.
I have one.
That's actually really cool. Wow, that is really, really good. Look, if you roll it forward, it's going to auto roll back, which is going to help you with the contraction on the back end. Not only is this good for like the average gym bro, but I feel like if you were someone in your middle ages, this would be great as well because it assists you with doing the movement. Honestly, for the 90s, it wasn't terrible. It was pretty harmless, and the Ab Slide was a great product. But for its score, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10, only because of how impactful it was. This is pretty good, though, because this was 30 years ago, which makes me wonder, did we get dumber or did we get smarter as we entered the year 2000? The 2000s were a wild time, beginning a whole new millennium. However, although we advanced in time, we certainly didn't advance our brain, because trust me, things are about to get very dumb. Especially since one of the dumbest, most pathetic, annoying, stupid pieces of shit fitness fads released during this year. Me, November 15th, 2000, the year I was born. Not many people fell for me though, and my mom called it a happy accident, but I'm expecting a birthday wish from each and every one of you going forward. But I wasn't the only fitness fad that released, because there was also the Ab Lounge. This released in the early 2000s, and
That came out in the 90s.
to your dream body, because as we saw in the 90s, everybody became obsessed with getting fast abs, and it had no plans of slowing down in this.
Those came out in the 90s.
Abs.
Ingenious Abs, introducing the amazing new Ab Lounge, scientifically designed to make the crunch as we know it a thing of the past.
I have this one pair of jeans. After just 8 weeks, my fat jeans don't really fit anymore.
I mean, they realized how easy it was to just tell some stupid kids, do this for 10 minutes a day, and you're gonna look like a supermodel. Meanwhile, in reality, people would do more crunching from their snack cabinet than they ever did on this thing, and I am quite literally talking about myself. As a kid, and a fat one I might add, my family actually had this, and I would do this almost every single night, hoping that I'd wake up looking like Zac Efron from High School Musical, when really I'd wake up and look like I spent the night in the high school cafeteria. I mean, without dieting, this thing is essentially useless. You're not going to get abs just from doing this. We know that. Why did they think we were dumb or something? But I don't know, it's been quite some time since I've done this, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is gonna break while I'm using this. I also don't know how old this is. I got it off eBay. These things actually got recalled. You're really just supposed to crunch.
They got recalled.
Ooh, I mean, it took 50 reps, but I got a burn there. Listen, a product like this, it's going to give you a burn in your abs. You're going to feel it, but I really don't think it's much different than just doing a sit-up. So they were marketing this as some easy way to get abs, when in reality, if you put your feet under a chair and did the sit-up movement, literally the same exact thing. Plus, it wasn't going to make you lose weight or the fat that were covering your abs anyway, so doing it was theoretically pointless.
14 pounds. I also lost inches on my waist and went down 2 pants lighter.
Which I didn't really care too much about my weight back then. However, there was one product that actually made me feel bad about it, and it was surprisingly a video game. In 2007, the greatest year of all, There was plenty going on in the world of gaming, but Nintendo wanted to shake things up, literally.
The Wii.
Miyamoto, who is the creator of franchises like Mario, Donkey Kong, and Zelda, began getting into health and fitness in the later years of his life. He began tracking his weight every single day, which eventually sparked the idea for the Wii Fit. Wondering, what if a game could measure your body? In attempts to not only improve his health, but other gamers from around the world, they launched this product that allows you to get a full workout all from your living room. And let me tell you, it scarred me.
It worked. I never owned a Wii.
Oh, yeah. Now we're talking. I just remember every single time I used to step on this thing, the little on the screen would just call me fat. Granted, I was, but it ruined my self-esteem. It would monitor your BMI, and it would always tell me that I was too fat for my age. Like, yeah, I was. Everybody could fucking see that. I didn't need my video game saying that as well. Wow, you gotta be kidding me. That's my me? Bro, that's literally me. Oh, jeez, I'm fucking obese. What the fuck? I'm so fucking fat. Brother, you look like you ate the Wii Fit. What are you doing? What kind of build is that?
Okay, we're done with this, guys. I gotta leave, so we're done.